because the risk that it takes, like knowing that it could end at any moment, right? That high that you're on. I don't even think that's about the person that you're with. Mm-hmm. I think the reason why that we love so much is because it's in us to love, right? God is love. He's in us. It's in us to love. But I also think that we love the version of ourselves when we're in love. We're in love with that version of us.
You like the feeling.
It's such a freedom. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that freedom comes from being, you're so vulnerable, right? You're so open to be loved and to love, right? You're expressing love, and love is being expressed to you, and that feels so good. But then when you get hurt, that's when you close up. Mm-hmm. And one thing about closing up, like, love can't find you if you're vulnerable. If you're not vulnerable. Mm-hmm. Love can't find you.
Right.
Vulnerability is like the signal, right? That signal that lets love know, hey, I'm over here. Like Welcome. This is Relationships 101. I'm your host, Sylvester Wilson.
And I'm your co-host, JasMeka Wilson.
Yes.
His better half.
Ooh.
You was waiting on that part, too.
Yes, ma'am. I love it. So, what are we talking about today?
Lovers and friends.
Tell me again. Hey.
Can we be lovers and friends?
Hey.
That used to be a hit.
That was that banger.
But what about lovers and friends? What are we talking about with that?
Why do we have to be mad at the person, at our friend, who finds a lover? Why, when those differences start happening, we got to be mad about that? Like, that's not supposed to happen.
Well, I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I've been that friend that was mad. Not mad. I think I was disappointed. Maybe I was judgmental. I don't know what word I want to go with right now.
Okay.
Just say all three.
Okay.
But I've been on that side where I feel like this relationship isn't good for my friend. And I also been on the other side where I had to like draw away or redefine my friendships coming into a committed relationship. Wow. So I've been on both sides.
Okay. All right. For guys, it's different. We just do what we got to do. Like,
cause y'all not as relational as us.
You can say that. It's just different. We are relational. It's just
y'all don't be on the phone for 3 hours with your friend just breathing.
No, we ain't just breathing. We probably talking about something real. You know what I'm saying? But
y'all don't take the girls' trips. Y'all don't do.
Nah, we don't really.
Y'all don't do that.
Let's say we're not as eventful as y'all. Y'all doing all the events, and that's something that women bring to men's life when y'all come into our lives, and that's one of the reasons why we understand that, hey, he ain't gonna be able to make it. You know what I'm saying? He on the trip with his new look, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's something new going on.
Changes.
And we respect that. Can we respect that? Let's just respect the fact that we all friends and we were all single and we were, meet for Taco Tuesdays and you know what I'm saying, like together every Tuesday and or we was under the lights with B Lee clicking up, going out there
or at Thursday studio ladies night
183 studio, you know what I'm saying, like, and it was all fine and dandy then. Mm-hmm. But as soon as that one of us found the lover and they all into him, like, now we got a problem with that. Like, why they got to be a problem, though?
What if the love is toxic, or that we feel that the relationship is toxic as a friend?
Or you just hating.
That's another one.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now, if that's the case, okay, we all want the best, or should want the best for our friends. And if you just see that it's toxic, if you see something in that person that they with that they may not be seeing, see, because as a friend, if that's your real friend, y'all probably sharing, like we usually would share like the same criteria for meeting somebody. Like if we feel like that's the person that's you know, we looking for love and we looking for something to commit, something solid, like we might share the same criteria in that person. So if your friend telling you, hey, that don't really,
he don't fit.
He don't really, or she
He don't
ain't
fit
really,
to the conversation.
then I'm gonna consider that, because if this is a friend that I know we share the same criteria.
Or if we don't share the same criteria, I at least know what you're looking for in a man.
Right, exactly. I know what you're looking for, right, and your person, and you know what I'm looking for, and based on what you know what I'm saying, that ain't really, like, you sure?
Mm-hmm.
And ain't nothing wrong with that, especially if you, that friend who, you just trying to look out for them. You just trying to warn your friend about something that they may not want to get into or take too serious. You know what I'm saying?
I think that it take for you to know your friend then. Because like you throwed out earlier, or jealous. So you got to know who your jealous friends are when they telling you, nah, man, he ain't the one, she ain't the one.
Yeah.
And you got to know that this is just, maybe this person jealous, or you got to really know that, nah, this is my best friend. She genuinely has my best interest at heart. She know what I need. She know what I want. So I think we just need to know our friends.
And respect that.
Was it ever a time that you had to
we gonna get wait. We gonna get to that, because first, okay, that's my friend. She know what I want. She know what I need. But does your friend or friends have to approve of your lover? Now, with some people, with some people it's different. Everybody it's different. Some people though, it's a deal breaker.
Right.
And with some people, it's not.
I would say, I would listen to what you gotta say. I will hear you out for what you gotta say. But in the end, the decision is on me. Definitely. Like, I'm going to make whatever decision I make. And I think that's why a lot of people lose their friendships, because when that friend do voice their opinion of why they feel like they shouldn't be with this person, and the person still choose that person, it become a, you chose him over me.
Right. And it shouldn't even be like that. Because then why are you comparing our friendship with me and my lover's, you know what I'm saying, relationship? Mm-hmm. Like, a friendship versus a relationship like that, my romanship versus our friendship is no comparison. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't be comparing yourself with this person and how much time I spend with them. It's different. It's things that they can give me that you can't give me.
Sure can, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. And let's be real about that. So respect the fact, man, that your friend, if they smiling, if they cheesing every time you talk to them and happy, you can hear it in their voice, you know them, you know when they happy, and you know they not being fake about that and just trying to mask something. Be happy for them. It's okay. It's okay. Be happy for them, because guess what? You just might be next. You might be the next one skipping out on the clique. Mm-hmm. Talking about, we going out and you don't show up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, let's be real with that. I feel like if you know what I'm saying, got friends and y'all, like, be real, have those real talks with each other, man. That, listen, we single right now. Right? Don't lie to your friend. We single right now, we having fun. But boy, if I find somebody tonight that I feel like is the one, tomorrow I'm moving different. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't lead them on, because if you, a lot of people, they, you know, y'all with y'all friends and y'all all agreeing that, oh, nah, you know, F them in, and we, you know, independent, and we ain't looking for no love, and da-da-da, in line. So, soon as one of y'all finds something, and then y'all skate out and start acting different, now everybody mad. Mm-hmm. And they got a reason to be mad, though, because you said you was on what we was on. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. We was happy single.
Right.
Now, I ain't saying you shouldn't be happy single, but just be honest about it. No, I'm happy single. But let me find that thing tonight, like I say, tomorrow you gonna miss me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I want to reference something you said earlier. You said if your friend is happy and they smiling and they going, let your friend be. I don't see why a friend wouldn't let you be if you. Then you will know that that's your jealous friend.
Jealousy, exactly.
If I'm happy and I'm not, this person ain't doing any harm to me, why are you mad about this relationship? Whereas if I'm calling you and venting and telling you he's cheating, he not coming home, he's not answering the phone, then you're voicing your concerns about the relationship.
He knocking me across my face.
Right.
You know, if you know that it's reason to be feeling some type of way about it, it's toxic and it's not good for your friend, then okay.
Right.
But if ain't no reason,
let them people be happy.
Let them be happy.
So did you have to, I'm going to go back to my question. Did you have to cut off some friends or leave some friends for the sake of our relationship?
No, fortunately not. It does happen, right? Because sometimes, you know, you have some messy situations where some history type junk, and you might have to, you know, in order to be with a person, you might have to cut off, you know, some friends, right? Because of some history they might have had or something like that. It happens, but fortunately, no, I ain't never had to go through nothing like that. But the separation, yeah, definitely. And as a man, we understand that those are things that you just got to do. Right? We all trying to build a family one day. We all trying to, you know what I'm saying, have something solid. And, you know what I'm saying? And when that happens for you, I'm happy. And I understand the distance that you got, and I respect, right? The distance that you have to put between us, or not really even between us, right? But between your new lifestyle and your old lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I respect that as a friend.
For me, I didn't necessarily lose any friends. I just, our relationship changed. So I'm not partying with them as much as I did or calling them as much as I would.
Right.
Our relationship just was redefined because of the new relationship that I entered into. Thankfully, I had those type of friends.
Yes.
But I didn't have any friends that say, Jazz, I don't think he's the one.
Oh, if it was, you better tell me. Who said that?
What?
Who said I wasn't?
I didn't have any of those friends that didn't feel like you were the one. I had family that felt like I don't think this relationship should be. And I didn't lose my family because of me choosing you.
Right.
It's just I did it. Like,
right.
You just do it. Thankfully, I didn't lose my family because of my decision.
Right.
But what about you when it comes to family?
No, I don't feel like I lost no family. The distance, though, I don't think everybody can handle that. I don't think everybody's can handle the distance that happens when you find lovers, when you find your lover. I don't think that every relationship can survive it, really. These things, people start moving different. You see them less, you hear them less, right? And it may even take more of you reaching out to them, right? And saying what's up, or saying, you know, hey, I'm just checking on you, because, hey, if they, with me, it was, I'm building a whole family, like,
and them
real
kids
fast.
was coming back to back.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we had our kids back to back, and I'm building a family real fast. A lot going on, happening real fast, and so I was missing for years. You know what I'm saying? And there was a lot going on, a lot of transformation, a lot of everything going on, and it definitely, I guess, you know, it could seem like, dang. You know, like, dang, that boy disappeared.
Right.
And everybody couldn't really, like, you know, it took a lot of adjusting for people to be able to adjust to it. Especially when, in my family, like, I'm my mama's only biological son. So, that was new, right? Anything I'm bringing to the table is new. As far as becoming a husband, right? Children, it's new to everybody. And I feel like everybody had to adjust to it. But if you really love that person, then you're going to adjust.
You're going to adjust.
And not just leave that person. Because I feel like sometimes that's what the problem be. What if they are in an abusive relationship? What if they are in a toxic relationship and you just leave them be? Right? You leave them to the wolves. You leave them out there on that island where that person can continue to hurt them or whatever the case is, right? I feel like
selfish.
I feel like a real friend is going to always keep that door open.
I kind of question my friendship then. Because when I didn't disagree with a relationship and the person clearly showed me I'm going to be with this relationship, I left.
When you didn't disagree with it?
When I didn't agree with the relationship, I left. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, you going to allow this toxic person to bring you down alone, not you and me. Because I care so much about you that when you hurt, I hurt. When you cry, I cry. When you need, I'm going to give. So I have been a selfish friend to jump flight and run.
Okay, but it was for the sake of your own.
For me, for my mental health, for my peace, because you decided to be in that relationship.
Right.
So we're not gonna allow one man to bring both of us down.
Exactly. Okay. All right. I can feel that. I can feel that. So these people who we connect ourselves to, right? Our lovers, that relationship can ultimately affect the friendships around
you.
And if it's negative, it's toxic, then your friends is in that too. Right?
Your real friends.
Your real friends is in that. They not jumping ship and running. So if you in a situation that could potentially become dangerous or harmful, they're in it with you and they could potentially be hurt, right? And find themselves in some danger as well. So I can understand that. I can understand that.
So I just going back to the comment you made earlier, like leaving them to the wolves. I felt that, but I also felt your mental health, like as a friend. Like maybe stay in it enough to be that friend that prays, but don't get so involved. Like if your friend clearly showing you I'm going to be with this person regardless, respect the relationship for what it is and just be on the outside. Don't get too invested into the relationship.
Wow.
But still be there. Still be there. Just I'm not invested. You made that decision. You gonna be with him. I love you as a friend. I'm here, but I really don't want to hear nothing about that man.
Right.
And just pray for him.
Right. I mean, at least you're there as a friend spiritually. So I guess that's why it's so important that you got to have friends that pray.
Absolutely.
You got to have some friends who can pray.
Absolutely, baby.
Because where
it's needed.
Where you can't affect your friend in a way, right, that they need, or help your friend in a way they need help, you got to know that you can pray for them and then God can affect them in ways that you can't. A true friend, I feel like, won't stop at that. They won't stop at just a disagreement and then cut you off. Even if they have to distance themselves from the situation to keep themselves safe or whatever, they still praying for you. And I also, cause see, I realize that the opposite of prayer is gossip, right? Cause see, gossip is you talking about me to somebody else.
Right.
Prayer is you talking about me to God. Like I would rather a friend that does that. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna vent about me, even if you mad at me and you back, talk to God about that, man. Because he the only one that could help me out of a situation that you can't, if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm not listening to you. Because you could definitely lose a friend. Like if I'm in love, you can tell me.
Right.
Like let's be real. We all are fools for love. We all are.
Dumb for love.
You know what I'm saying? Like don't kid yourself and think that you're exempt from the effects of love. Man, everybody gonna get missing. Just wait. Just wait.
Okay, I think you asked that earlier. Does it matter if your friend agree? We did touch on that.
Did we? I don't know if
You don't think
for me, does it matter if your friend agree with your lover? For me, it really don't matter.
It don't.
It really don't. Cause like I said, I'm the type of friend I'm gonna pray for you if you ain't listening anyway. And if it's me, then just pray for me.
You're willing to possibly lose a relationship, a friendship, for a relationship.
If I really feel that strongly about him, yeah. Because just like you might see some things in that person as a friend, some negatives that I may not see, right? I may see some things in that person that you may not see. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'm dealing with them on a more intimate level. But lovers and friends, man, it's a real topic. I just don't want people like walking around like with this toxic friendship crap, man. When somebody find love out the group, man, and now we gonna alienate this person, like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? When they call you, it's like, oh, you finally, you could call somebody now, and like, man, stop that, man. Let that person be happy, and
but we gotta address. We coming for the friends, we also gotta come for the people in a committed relationship.
Let's go.
Because you got some that only come to their friends when they're going through. That's not fair. When you in love, I don't hear from you. But when you and your spouse, significant other beefing, now you calling me and you want to hang out. That ain't right.
That's not right.
That ain't cool.
That's not right.
Stop using your friends in that way. If you can't call them when you deeply in love, don't call them when you're deeply sad. My friends can tell you. They hear from me when I'm happy. They hear from me when I'm sad. They hear from me when I got free time.
Real life.
Just hear from me.
Real life.
You may not hear from me every day. Because outside of that, I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I'm an employee. I'm an investor. I'm a podcaster. Like, I have things moving in my life. And my friends respect it. But I'm also not that friend that's just calling my friend because me and you mad about something. Right. Now I need somebody to be an outlet with me, for me. That's not fair.
That's bad.
To friends.
That's bad. And you got to know, you got to know your friends. Because if you got a friend that does that, then your friend is a user. They're a user. They just using you for what's, when it's convenient for them, which is when they don't have nobody. Right? The two can coexist. The relationship and the friendship can coexist. I ain't saying y'all gotta go hang out together. If y'all can, then that's cool too. But it still can exist. Like you say, like, I could still hit you up and I still call my dogs even when, you know what I'm saying? When it's good, I'm still hitting my dogs. When it ain't good, I can still pick up the phone and, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't, that part right there shouldn't change. It shouldn't be like that. You're dealing with a user if that's the case. And friend, if you the one that's using, friend,
get it together.
Get it together.
Get it together.
Come on now, tighten up.
Because we could have friends and lovers, but our friends do need to know that lover comes before you. I'll say it for everybody. Friend, your friend's lover comes before you. If he want to go out and you want to go out on the same night, 9 times out of 10 they may choose him over you. Or if you want to take a trip the same weekend he want to take a trip, they may choose his trip over your trip. If that relationship is healthy and they're happy and they're thriving in it. If they ain't really happy about that relationship, they may easily choose the friends. Right. But if they're happy in that relationship, they're definitely going to put the other person over you. That's just reality. You can't rub my feet when we come back from this long walk and I'm tired. You can't massage my back when I need to be touched. Like, it's just different stuff happening and you can't do it.
Can't do it.
You can't do it.
Can't do it. I do. My girl.
Can't
You know
do what I do. My boys and girls.
Yeah. Hey. So,
Lovers and friends.
Lovers and friends. What, anything else you want to ask me? I mean, is there...
I think over the time we've shown ourselves that outside opinions of our relationship doesn't matter. Like, I don't feel you ever chose a friend or a family member over me. And that's because I think I've shown you over time that, no, I'm in it for you. I want you. I'm invested in you. So it's kind of hard for anybody to compete for my lane. So if some people are in relationships where they feel like, oh, they put their mama before me or they put their friend before me, y'all need to have that hard conversation. Do you want to be here? Are you happy here? Like, why does that person's opinion matters more than mine? Like, what is it?
What is it? And let me ask this question right here. So the fact that we get so angry, you know what I'm saying about that? Anger is rooted in fear. And so you got to ask yourself, like, if you that friend that's upset because your friend done found some love and they moving different, right? What are you afraid of? What are you really afraid of? You know what I'm saying? You afraid of you losing your friend?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You afraid that they're gonna be harmed or hurt some type of way, right? I think everybody.
Oh, this role. Woo!
I think everybody.
This
really...
role requires some vulnerability because I don't want to see people hurt. But you in this game or in this. I don't want to call it a game. But
it is a game. I mean, it is a game.
I mean, get brushed up.
You gonna get some bruises.
Anything you do, it's gonna be something.
It's a risk. I feel like in love is always gonna be a risk. It's always gonna be a risk. But then that's what makes it so exciting. I feel like love is probably the most exciting thing that you'll experience on earth. Mm-hmm. And without it, it just really ain't life. You know what I'm saying? Because the risk that it takes, like knowing that it could end at any moment, right? That high that you're on. I don't even think that's about the person that you're with. Mm-hmm. I think the reason why that we love so much is because it's in us to love, right? God is love. He's in us. It's in us to love. But I also think that we love the version of ourselves when we're in love. We're in love with that version of us. You
like the feeling.
I mean, it's such a freedom. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that freedom comes from being, you're so vulnerable, right? You're so open to be loved and to love, right? You're expressing love and love is being expressed to you. And that feels so good. But then when you get hurt, that's when you close up. Mm-hmm. And one thing about closing up, like love can't find you if you're vulnerable. I mean, if you're not vulnerable. Mm-hmm. Love can't find you.
Right.
Vulnerability is like the signal, right? That signal that lets love know, hey, I'm over here. If you're not vulnerable enough, love cannot find you. And so we got a lot of people out here, and my heart goes out to you. You're still looking for love. It's been a while. I would say that, you got to be vulnerable. You got to find yourself vulnerable. And a lot of women, I hear saying that, they can't be vulnerable until they find a man that allows them to be vulnerable. Mm-hmm. What does that actually mean? What I would say to you is that don't wait for a man to allow you to be vulnerable. Just be vulnerable, right? Be who it is that you want to be, which is this vulnerable, happy person, right? Allowing love, right? And giving love. And if you meet somebody that you feel like threatens that vulnerability, like makes you feel uncomfortable being vulnerable, get them out your space. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Get them out your space and make sure that they're not somebody who you're allowing inside.
I hear you speaking on vulnerability, but I feel like they gotta heal first.
Ooh.
I can't be vulnerable if I'm holding on to past trauma.
Yes.
So I think in that phase of being vulnerable, you gotta heal.
You got to.
From the past hurt, the past wounds. Some of them run so deep that you need God, Jesus, therapy, friends.
Definitely.
It requires more work, more time. You gotta heal.
It's a lot. It's a lot, and you gotta heal. And that's not just for the women. I feel like that's for the men too. Like, women ain't the only ones with daddy issues, right? Women ain't the men ain't the only ones with mama issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all got them same issues, and we gotta work them things out. We gotta work them out before we talk about attaching ourselves to people, to other people, because a toxic relationship ain't nothing but two hurt people continuing to hurt each other, as opposed to a healing relationship to where we both are adding to the healing of each other. You know what I'm saying? Becoming better, becoming more whole. We didn't come together as healed individuals.
Absolutely not.
We came together with all type of issues.
Right.
All type of hurt, all type of scars and bruises.
Right.
We're way better than what we was when we came together because we help each other heal. Right? We're not, as soon as yours heal up, I'm scratching your scab off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Using words to hurt because you just offended me, so I'm gonna throw something back at you to hurt you. That we'll never heal that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We have to get to a point as people, right? Men and women, to where we accept the responsibility of healing, and that's on me. My healing is on me. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. You know what I'm saying?
So friends, allow your friends to be vulnerable because possibly they're connecting with somebody who's on a healing journey and we don't know. We just see all the red flags and assume that this person is that, and we don't know that this person is we're not on the midnight, late night calls. We're not on that. So the person may be on a healing journey and we just don't know. So allow them to be vulnerable and heal together. That's what I heard.
Hey, if they can heal together, that's a beautiful thing. Let them people heal together.
But I do want to share insider with y'all real quick. Hey, listen, this is the second recording of Lovers and Friends. We are going to upload the first one. We're not going to upload the video because we got cut short there. But we're going to upload the audio to our podcast channels. You can find it at Buzzsprout, Apple Podcasts, Spotify.
Yep.
You can go. We want y'all to listen to both because we probably dropped some nuggets that we are forgetting to fry on this one. So go and listen to both. This one is on YouTube. The other one, you'll have to go to our podcast hosting site to hear the second edition.
Or
to
any
Lovers and
other
Friends.
hosting site that you listen to your podcast on.
But listen to both of y'all because both were fire. My favorite one was the first one, y'all. It was fire.
Yeah.
We was going tit for tat. He was like the women. I was like, hold on, the men. Y'all go listen to the first one. Yeah. Go listen to the first one.
It was good. It was nice. It was good. So, lovers and friends, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be no fake friend.
Don't be no jealous friend.
Don't be no hater friend.
Don't be no user friend.
Be a friend.
Be a friend.
Be a real friend.
Be a real friend. Do we know how to be that? Because you got to be that in a relationship too.
You do.
But we out of here.
Peace. Peace.